That's right. Fouhy now joins us on the Right to It guest line for Factor Fouhy. And he joins us right now. Fouhy, what's going on, man? How are you?
I'm good. Out at Camelback Ranch for the Diamondbacks and White Sox game right now. Tommy Henry's in the game in the fifth inning, so things are going well.
What a rough life.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, what are you doing?
I know, right?
Sitting at the office, you just get to go to a spring training game, have a couple hot dogs, maybe a soda and beer, and maybe, I don't know, what do you get, 30 seconds of footage? What do you get?
I'm going to take probably 2.5, 2:45 tonight.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
You
go, Fouhy.
Yeah.
You're going to be
What's in the
exhausted.
envelope, baby?
I love it.
You're going to need oxygen.
Give him a bag. Give Fouhy a bag. That's good stuff. All right, Factor Fouhy.
It's not. Listen, it's not like we're laying around eating hot dogs and watching the game. We're working, right? I've been to the clubhouse twice already. I'll be back third time here in a few minutes. We're busy. It's not like we're just sitting out here having a beer.
Yeah, what was press box food today?
Nothing.
Oh, come on.
I went down and got a brat.
Yeah.
I went to the concession stand and got a brat.
There you go. Oh, I love a brat. Oh, nothing better than a brat in a ball game.
I like it.
Absolutely. All right, we got 5 questions for you, Fouhy. Here's the first one. The Suns have lost 4 of their last 6. They need to go on a run, win at least 16 of their last 21 to avoid falling out of the playoff or the play-in game scenario. Fact or Fouhy?
Well, I'm going to say Fouhy on that because I don't think they'll fall out of the play-in game situation. But listen, they've got 21 games left. What are the odds? I mean, we now know that Booker's going to be out at least another week, probably 5-6 games of the 21. There's only 8 home games left, as I understand it. So this is a tough road right now. And the way they played last night, kind of going on a run, getting ahead of Oklahoma and then letting Oklahoma get back into it and win the game. They're just not looking like they're in sync. Is anybody playing defense right now? I mean, it's a tough road and it's hard to predict where they're going to be, but will they win 16 out of 21? I don't think so.
All right, Coach, question number 2. The turnovers are killing the Suns as all year. 19 versus Houston on Saturday and 22 versus OKC last night. That's got to be corrected for this team to have any chance at the Western Conference title. Fact or Fouhy?
Yeah, that's a fact. Absolutely. Listen, they're 27th in turnovers committed, and they're 27th in allowing points off those turnovers. So they're not doing well in those 2 areas. And the argument is, of course, they don't have a true point guard. We go back to Jimmy B's question a couple weeks ago about a point guard. But all these guys can handle the basketball. And stop thinking you're the Harlem Globetrotters, right? You're not doing behind-the-back passes, no-look passes. Just be sure of where you're passing the ball and what you're doing with it. And don't turn it over by stupid dribbling moves and things you would go spin between your legs and spin around in a circle. Just play basketball. Play solid, sound basketball.
They're not listening to you, Coach. They should be.
I know.
Yep.
I know.
Here we go. Next question. Suns have not shown the same type of tempo and offensive consistency since last week's win over the LA Lakers. Fact or Fouhy?
It's a fact. And here's the problem, right? Guys are rotating through. I mean, he had Saban Lee out on the court with 5 minutes to go last night.
Yep.
In a game they're struggling to beat Oklahoma City. I mean, what's going on with the rotation? What's going on with guys getting rest and where they're at? I mean, I'm worried about when Devin Booker comes back. Is Kevin Durant the next guy to go out with an injury? Or is Bradley Beal going to pull a hammy again? I mean, this team has been anything but solid, trying to get the big 3 on the court at the same time. I give credit to Yusuf Nurkic. He's been solid. 31 rebounds last night. Unbelievable. Did the same thing earlier this week. I mean, he's playing well, and I think they're 0-4 when he's not on the court. So he's a key contributor. But this team's got to get it together. This has been too much. 21 games to go, fellas. That's it. You can't make excuses anymore that we haven't played together. We need more time together. The time is up.
All right, number 4 with ABC 15's Craig Fouhy. The Cards' sole focus after last week's combine needs to be solely on getting those free agents who will make an impact in turning this team into a winner. Fact or Fouhy?
Impact, Coach. Impact.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Where do I start with this one? Listen, I know Monty Ossenfort wants to build this team through the draft, right? But that's hit and miss at best. And you guys know that. It's something like 25% of draft picks make it. It's like, so that's not always a sure thing. And will this team step up and spend money? The salary cap's way up. Are they going to spend some money to get new players? I don't know if they will. I think they'll get some players that looked okay, but there's no guarantee that a free agent is going to play well. So I'm concerned about what they're going to do, and I'm really worried if Monty Ossenborg's going to try and trade down and get more draft capital instead of taking Marvin Harrison Jr.
You think, Coach, that if they had more impactful players, as I alluded to the question, there might be a change, or because he backfilled with just a lot of depth last year, more so than impactful individuals?
Yes, correct, and that's my concern, Manuch. Is like, is he willing? Are they willing to go out and spend on big time free agents? I'm not so sure they are. I'm just not so sure.
All right, Coach. Question number 5: the Arizona Coyotes, one of the last 2 in a row, is the worst thing for them to do if they want a top 5 pick. Factor Fouhy.
I don't know if there's a worse thing. Listen, this Coyotes team is an interesting group, right? They're young. We know that. They're going to be sellers by Friday's trade deadline. We know that as well. It's just not going to be an easy go ahead for the Coyotes. And then there's rumors that surfaced last week about them moving to Salt Lake City as early as next year. So I don't even know where this team is right now, but you need to try and continue the build. And I think Armstrong's doing that the best he can in just crazy circumstances, right? These guys the players are human. They know some guys are going to be leaving this week because the team will be sellers. They're not sure where they're playing next year. They don't like Mullet Arena facilities. They don't like their practice facilities. It's just a mess right now. And it's been a mess since 2009. I just don't even know where to go with this team at this point.
Fouhy, you're one of the few that have been covering this team since 2009. The good, the bad, and the ugly. There's been a lot of it. Manuch and I are the same. When does it get to the point where it's not good for business to say, hey, all right, I've done everything I can do to try to support this organization, but maybe it is now time for them to go. Maybe it is a better situation for them.
Rock, it's a tough one, Rock. It's just you don't know what to say anymore. You know?
I know.
Like we've been through this. Like I said, when Jerry Moyes declared bankruptcy, they've gone through 5 or 6, 7 ownership groups, and it's always we're going to get a new arena. We got this coming, this is coming, that's coming, and nothing ever comes, right? And so, and then now it's like, well, we got land. Well, where's the land? Well, we think it's up there, but there may be one in Mesa. We're not sure about that. We're not going to break ground. We've heard it so many times for so many years, 15 years now, that we're not sure what's next.
And I think the other thing, we've always heard of these golden parachutes, right, Coach, that they've gotten. They've been a lead balloon these last several years, and we've been all there, you, myself, and Rock. And I think if this land deal with the state land deal does not go through, Morello hesitates. Or here's the other thing, too, Coach. There could be somebody else that could come in and bid on it as well and outbid Alex Morello. And will he outbid the bidder? They go back to bid. I mean, at some point, doesn't the commissioner have to go, enough's enough?
Well, yeah, and it's not like a live auction in those bids, right? It's a sealed bid, so you don't know what somebody else is doing. So it's not like you're going, hey, number 121, he bid $5 million, you're going to bid $6 million. It's not like a live auction. I mean, it's like a sealed bid. So, and that's right up there in the hospital areas, the development areas. That it's like Desert Ridge area. That's not an easy way to go. So I think it's going to be a tough one for the Coyotes moving forward. Again, we've gone through it because I feel like a punching bag, like I've been punched a million times in this deal. And it's just, I'm getting tired of it. It's like, come on, guys. Are you staying? Then break ground. Put a shovel in the ground and let us know where you're building an arena.
All right. Let me ask you this then as a follow-up. Was the losing the Tempe spot where I think everybody thought that was perfect just changed the whole direction? I think they had all of their eggs in that basket and they had nothing else. Is that fair, Fouhy?
I think it's totally fair, Jimmy. I think that's what happened. I think they all thought it was a slam dunk in Tempe. I said all along, Tempe is an older age group. It's not the young college age kids. They don't get out and vote anyway, and it's going to be an older age population that's not going to want development. They don't want the traffic. They hate the traffic already with Arizona State. And I just thought that was a bad one. But I felt like the Coyotes had every egg in that basket and had no backup plan. And so here we are, right, with another, we got a place in Mesa. Well, now we got up by Desert Ridge. Well, we're not sure. That's state land. It's got to take a while to go through all the process. Could be a year or more before they even get to a bid. So it's wearing thin with me, guys. And you know this, I've covered the Coyotes since 1998 and 2 years after they got here. So I've been here almost the entire run. And that 2009 and then in 12 in the playoffs when they were managed by the NHL. I mean, it's
1 minute.
a rough go for sure.
Philly, go have a broad on us. Just send us a bill, all right?
After this call, I'm going to have a beer. For
There you
God's
go. There you go. Thank you, Philly. Good
See ya.
stuff. That's ABC 15's Craig Fouhy joining us. I thought this was